What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite MMO gaming mice that I've used this past year, and I actually use it for quite a lot of other things as well. So we're going to take a look at this mouse and what it features, and we're going to let you decide whether it may be something that you want to add to your gaming arsenal this year. So let's go ahead and roll that intro, and we'll get right into what this thing features. Let's go! What I mainly picked this mouse up for originally was because I was playing World of Warcraft and I needed a mouse that actually had all those extra buttons on it so I could use just my hand to do all of my attacks and all my spells rather than using my keyboard and actually using my mouse to click my skills. I was what they call a clicker. The person that actually looks down at their keyboard and will use their mouse to click the skills that are on your skill bar in World of Warcraft. So I'm happy to say that once I did get this mouse and I remapped all the buttons, it actually took that problem away completely, and I was able to maneuver in dungeons and stuff like that and actually play like a good player does, and use my attacks with my one hand and use my other hand to just maneuver my character, and I was a lot more effective in the game. So I'm happy to report that me personally, once I got this mouse and I was able to remount my buttons, I became a lot more smooth of a player after I got it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the features of this mouse, and I'll let you guys decide whether it is a worthy purchase or not. The main highlighted feature of this mouse is the key slider control system with 12 programmable buttons, and it comes with an adjustment tool so you can easily unlock the bolt at the bottom of the mouse and move the little adjustment slider to your hand's preference. Doing this is actually very simple and requires not a lot of force at all. You can get it to the exact length of your thumb because obviously everybody has a different thumb length, and you can adjust it to that exact length and then just go ahead and tighten that bolt back up, and it will be stuck in place for as long as you use the mouse. So some of you may get a little overwhelmed with the amount of buttons you have there and may think to yourself, how in the heck am I going to go ahead and remember where all of those different buttons are? Well, Corsair took this into consideration, actually put a little bit of different texturing on some of the rows, and they even put a little notch on the 5 buttons so that when you're in the heat of battle, your muscle memory can take over and remember where at least that button is. It takes a few play sessions, but trust me, if you use it enough times, you will get it and it will be like second nature. Just be careful with your buttons though, because as you can see right here, it looks like I've kind of chipped a little bit off of my 7 button. And those 12 mouse buttons aren't all you have. You have your 2 mouse click buttons, obviously, your middle mouse click, your profile switching button, and your DPI switching button. One of the first things that I always look for when I'm looking for a mouse is actually how it fits in my hand. So the Corsair Scimitar is actually built for a palm grip, which fits great in larger hands like mine. If you have smaller hands, this may be a bit big for you, to be totally honest. And it has a nice rubberized coating on the top that is really pleasant to the touch. And some people will say that it gets your hands pretty sweaty, but I don't really notice that too much. But for some people, that just may be a problem, so keep that in mind. And speaking of that DPI button, this mouse is equipped with an optical sensor that is capable of going up to 12,000 DPI. Really pretty high for most people, including myself. I usually only go about 1,500 on mine. This mouse works on a multitude of different types of surfaces, but personally, I use a Corsair MM300 mouse pad, and it works just beautifully. I have never had one single issue with tracking. This mouse features 4-zone RGB backlighting on the front of the mouse, the middle mouse button, the 12 programmable keys, and the Corsair logo on the back. There is also one more light on the side where the 12 programmable keys are, and it corresponds to what DPI you're using, but of course this is also customizable within the IQ software. And speaking of the IQ software, this mouse is fully integrated with all of Corsair's IQ software enabled products. You can get in there and customize anything from your actions on your 12 programmable keys or your other keys on the mouse to your lighting effects, your DPI of your mouse, and even some surface calibration to the surface that you're going to be playing on. And with just a couple of clicks, you can enable the lighting link feature, which will tether all of your Corsair products together and give you all of that RGB goodness. And this wouldn't be a proper review without a sound test, so let's take a listen to what each of the buttons sound like. Some other features of note are that the mouse comes with a 1.8 meter long braided fiber cable, which is really nice, and it actually does not make too much noise when it's sliding along your desk. The mouse weighs 147 grams, and unfortunately it's not adjustable, but it does have a very nice weight to it, and it doesn't seem like it really needs to be adjusted in my opinion. Along with that, the mouse buttons are Omron, and they are rated for 20 million clicks, and mine have gone for a year so far and do not show any signs of stopping. So when it comes down to it, the Corsair Scimitar is a mouse built for a specific purpose, but I found that it actually can be useful for many other purposes as well, and it's a great mouse to have in your arsenal. Okay, so what do you guys think of this mouse? Would you guys end up picking this thing up? Do you actually need all those extra buttons, or would you go with something a little more simple? Let me know in the comments below and let's start a conversation about it. Make sure you guys like the video if you guys did enjoy this video, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I'll have some more coming out very soon, and then make sure you guys keep it right here, guys. I will see you in the next video. Later.